and Cash.
Football Focus, where the focus is NFL football. All right,
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
All
right, first off, let's just talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Very big.
But let's talk about the Saints. Obviously, hometown. Hometown.
No doubt.
And Carolina ran up and down the field on them. Made them look like
did anything they wanted to do.
Made them look like Chattanooga State.
Chattanooga. Yeah, I thought it was more like Savannah State.
Maybe both of them.
Put together.
Put together, yeah. But go ahead.
Well, the topic is, like I said, we're talking about the Saints defense, and the lack of the safety valve. Right. Now, when I say safety valve, I think about teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens, hell, even the Seattle Seahawks, the Detroit Lions. All of those teams I just named have a safety valve to where you actually have to game plan against the safety.
Right. You gotta know where they at.
You have to. He's just like the middle linebacker of the secondary. You have to know where that safety is at all times. You cannot throw to that. You cannot throw to that or around that safety. New Orleans doesn't have that because of the simple fact nobody's scared of Roman Harper and nobody's scared of Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah. Now, me personally, I think they need to move Malcolm back to the cornerback position. Put Patrick back in the nickel. Sit Corey White down. Tell him, look, son, you're just not ready yet. You're coming from Sanford. You're just not ready yet. Right. And bring in a guy who's wearing the same number as Darren Sharper, number 42. That boy Kato's, number 42. That guy was hitting last year hard.
Wait, who he played for?
He played for us. Yeah, he plays for us. Yeah, he's like I said, second or third on the depth chart, which I can't understand. He's got the speed. You know what I'm saying? I got to see how he does in coverage, but he's fast. You know what I'm saying? They got him at the strong safety position, but move him over to the free. Let him make plays on the ball. And we have to get somebody back at the safety position that's going to make the quarterback think about throwing that ball across the middle. Matter of fact, that was some of the same stuff that was hurting us last year. Crossing routes. I mean, Harry Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Harry Douglas got 150 yards receiving on his
in 2 drives.
In 2 drives.
Yeah.
And it was the boy Nate Washington, was it? For the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. Eating the middle.
Eating the middle of the lineup. The reason why they eat in the middle of the lineup is because we don't have a safety valve. Right. Period. We do not have a safety valve.
Right. And like I said, touching on that, like I said, I know you are a defensive guy, I'm an offensive guy. I just don't see the right balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Pierre had 9 carries for 112 or something like 115, something like that yards. Mm-hmm. So that was good. Mm-hmm. That was a good sign. He had that long run that he broke off, but I don't see a lot of balance within the team. I mean, they are studying the Saints to where they know when they're gonna pass it, they know when they're gonna throw a screen, they know everything they're gonna do. You're not getting production out of the receivers.
Right.
Colson caught two or three passes in the 4th quarter. Lance Moore had maybe 2 catches. Does Devery Henderson make that much of a difference? I mean, because Devery didn't play. And I don't know. And then, my thing is Carolina's corners that good? Or then you can go to the O-line. Our O-line coach is the head coach right now. So is he not focusing on the line to where they're breaking down and they're getting heat?
Putting pressure on Drew Brees.
Right, with your front 3.
Yeah, with your front 3. And that's the sad thing, man. You put pressure on the quarterback with 3 rushes.
Right.
And the question that all Saints fans ask themselves is, why can't we do that?
Right, because that's one thing I was about to touch on too, man. Their front 3, they got the Cam. I think they got the Cam on a couple of busted plays where Cam just didn't know what to do and he just fell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they got a couple of sacks or whatever, but I still didn't see where Cam was waiting a couple of seconds and they didn't even smell him.
Right.
I think he still smelled like Old Spice champion after the game because they didn't make him sweat.
Right.
at all.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just think, and like I said, we gonna move on to what our schedule, what our numbers was, but the play that sticks out to everybody's mind in that game was the busted coverage with Patrick Robinson, who can't cover, he can't cover a Stevie Wonder song. I mean, he can't. I think my daughter can, me and your daughter and my daughter can play better coverage than him. He dropped 2 straight games. He dropped passes right in his hands. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, and he busted a play. And how you leave the best receiver
wide
open.
Him and Malcolm Jenkins. I don't understand.
I mean, out there, and you know what? To be honest with you, I don't remember exactly. On Facebook, y'all can let us know. I don't remember exactly what down that was. But the Saints were still in the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Saints still. If you would have got to stop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Had the offense do what they had to do, wake up. Yeah. I think that probably would have made the difference. So we actually have a question for y'all. I have just a little simple question. If you watch the video, let us know. Do you think Sean Payton being gone is making a difference on his team? Like, I know he's not a defensive coach, and I know he's mainly the head coach and take care of the offense. But do you think just his presence being there would have made the difference with them winning or losing?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? I think it is. I didn't. You know, our first show we said it wasn't gonna make a difference. I really think that they. Yeah. But now, looking 2 weeks later.
We eating the stale
cookies. We eating the stale cookies. But it's looking like Sean Payton was a real difference maker.
You go into it with the idea that one hand washes the other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you go into it, well, of course, you say the best offense is a good defense. Right. Best defense is a good offense. Right. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But hell, if you're not clicking on both fronts, then what do you have? I mean, you know, special teams can't get you points.
Nah, that's returns. You can get your points in returns. I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, like I said, man, I mean, I don't want it to be just because Sean Payton's not there that, you know, we can't do anything because that's what everybody else is saying.
Right. Yeah, exactly,
But we have enough talent on...
At least offense.
At least. To get the job done, to play better than what we're doing, you know, and so, but like I said, I mean, hell, we got Kansas City this Sunday.
In the Dome.
In the Dome.
I don't know what difference that's going to be.
I mean, neither, but you know what, we're going to have to bounce back. We're going to have to do something, because if we go down 3-0, then it's going to be a hard uphill climb. Right. And, you know, we're supposed to be playing in the Dome this year. I mean, I don't know, that would motivate the hell out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it would me too.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, we've been under fire since what, May? Yeah. Behind the bounty.
No, actually since March.
Excuse me, since March. Yeah, March. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, the way we lost last year, you know what I'm saying, along with the fact that another hurricane hit us and poured a whole bunch of water on us. I mean, where's the motivation? Where's the sense of urgency? Right. You know what I'm saying?
For the city.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where's the play? Where's the play for the city? Where is that? You know, where is that? That's what and that's the question I have for the Saints players. Where's your heart at? You know what I'm saying? They put on the website wwl.com. You know, hey, you stay the course. Well, what course is that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the course you're on right now. Was not a winning course. No, you know what I mean? You lost 2 games by 8 points, right? Yeah, by 8 points. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. I mean, you've been right there. One play here, one play there, but at the same time, the defense has to step up. Defense has to step up.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, the past couple of years, besides the Super Bowl year, past couple of years, the offense been carrying the load. You know, defense has their shortcomings. Yeah. You know, and and Drew has the thing. I think Drew's has to do too much to try to keep him in the game because of what the defense is doing. Right. Like I said, it's all, you know, it's a 53-man squad, so you can't just pin it on one person. Right. The offenses just have to step up and get some, protect Drew, and then we go from there. But anyway, we digress. Yeah. We do have a topic. I know you said you wanted to talk about the young QBs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, the young, why are they, you know, because we got 5 starting rookies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think the only quarterback that hadn't won yet was Whedon. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody like Luck and RG3, yeah. Tannehill won. They won. Tannehill won. RG3 won last week, and he was in a close game this week, which they could have won. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Luck won. Mm-hmm. Whedon is the only one that didn't win. Right.
Right.
And what's it called? One. And Russell Wilson won.
Right. Yeah.
So,
right.
So everybody, all the rookie quarterbacks except for Whedon, which we know why Whedon.
Right.
But they were close. Were they close?
No. Well, they were close in the
Philly
game. That was it. But the Cincinnati game was a blowout.
Right.
But the reason why I bring that up, why quarterbacks nowadays, I think within the last 2-3 years, why rookie quarterbacks are coming in and having much more success is because of Peyton Manning. And,
Peyton Manning Cam?
No, I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I would say even Cam Newton, the reason why he's having success on the NFL level is because of Peyton Manning, and because they look at Peyton Manning. They look at a lot of these quarterbacks, not as in the league, but Peyton Manning especially, he's been the best quarterback in the league for years.
Right.
And they look at him, and a lot of those guys are smart enough to be like, you know what, I want to have success like Peyton Manning. So put me in the position to have success like Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? So, they give him the workload, and they take it in, and, the coaches are bringing them along. I admit they're simplifying the playbook a little bit, but you know what? These guys, man, they're coming along so fast, and it's just scary to see what the league is going to be like as far as quarterbacks is concerned in the next 10 years. Yeah,
and then another thing with the young QBs is that in college, a lot of the NFL coaches, they go to the college ranks and they run the same offense like Sherman with Tannehill. Like, Sherman was a Green Bay coach.
That's right.
What I mean? Mm-hmm. Multiple playoff runs and stuff like that. You had Brett Favre and Rodgers. He had all these dudes. So when you go to a college that he's coaching at, and he can show you the same thing.
Right.
That's why Tannehill picked up. That's why he picked the offense so fast with that being his coach in college, and then. He's a big guy, 6'5", 6'4". You know what I mean? He has a nice arm and stuff like that. So, I can see that. But you got the smaller guys like me and you. We said we like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is, like you said, a smaller. I think he's like a little smaller than Drew. But he went to Wisconsin. Right. That's a big conference.
That is a big conference. So, but like I said, I wish those guys, and like I said, man, I haven't been excited about quarterbacks in the league. Since this has probably been the best draft of quarterback since Jim Kelly and them boys came up. And that was the best draft for quarterbacks.
Yeah, 83.
Yeah, 1983. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
loaded, man.
Yeah, and this year with the draft, looks like it's about the same, if not better.
I don't know if it's better because you get them old school. You can't really nothing beat old school, like Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, John Elway.
All those
Hall of Famers,
Only
I know your boy Jim Kelly didn't win no rings, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he got 4 championship rings. And for the record, the Bills were a dynasty. They were a dynasty. 4 straight Super Bowls. Yeah. Who else has done that? Yeah, they lost them all, but they went 4 straight times. Right. You know how hard it is just to go twice?
Yeah.
So
ask Peyton Manning about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right. We got tomorrow night. We got.
What's the record? Well, first of all, what's the record? What we at with the record?
Okay, record. I went 8-8.
Okay.
And you went 7-9.
Okay.
So I'm still 1 game over you.
Okay. All right. Now, like I said, he's still 1 game over me. So we got 2 more weeks of this.
September, yeah.
So if I come, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Facebook, help me out. I ain't trying to do the bet that I'm not trying to do the bet at the end of the month now. Help us out. But let's go.
All right. We got tomorrow night. We got the Giants at Carolina. I'm going with the G-men. They've been on national TV 2 out of the past 3 weeks. They're gonna be on next week because I think they play Philly Sunday night next week.
Okay.
So I think they're gonna go to New York. I think they're gonna go to Carolina and do what they gotta do.
I'm going with Carolina.
Okay.
I'm going with Carolina.
Cool. All right. We got the Rams at the Bears.
Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears too. Even though the Rams played good last week.
I think it's gonna be a close game though.
Yeah.
But I think the Bears.
I think the Bears got something to prove because even though they lost the Green Bay, which I picked last week, I still think that they are one of the best teams in the NFC. I just think that they get their protection together.
Yeah.
I still like Cutler.
But they've been having protection problems for like the last 2-3 years.
Right. Yeah. It's ever since Cutler got there, they've been having protection. It's something they need to show up. Right. All right. You got the Bills at the Browns.
Snooze fest. I'm gonna pick the Browns. I think Brandon Wheaton gets his first win.
Okay, I'm going with the Bills.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bills because
too easy, right?
Well, I mean, I have my reasons, but I'm gonna just go with the Bills. Just say that. All right, we got the Bucks at the Browns.
I thought the Browns already played.
No, I'm sorry, not the Bucks at the Browns. The Bucks at the Cowboys.
The Bucks and the Cowboys. I'm gonna pick. Dang man, the way the Buccaneers played the Giants. I'm gonna lie.
They played good.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Oh, you going with the Bucks?
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think that the Bucks put it all together and they finished the game. They sorry Cowboys fans. I mean it's gonna be a tight one, but I just think that the Buccaneers might just have something for y'all. I mean I love the Buccaneers pass rush, even though the Cowboys have a great pass rush also, but y'all can't protect it. Y'all can't stop the run. So,
well, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because of obviously Romo.
Okay.
And hopefully they step back. They in the Jerry Dome is what they call it.
Yeah.
They in the Jerry Dome for the first time all year. So I think they can't let their fans down.
All
right. I got the Lions at the Titans.
I got the Lions.
I got the Lions on that one.
Lions rebound from a loss to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Calvin goes wild.
Right.
Pettigrew goes wild. Cross the fingers, hopefully.
Right. All right. We got the Jaguars at the Colts. I'm going with the Colts. I'm going with the Jaguars because Jaguars defense. I mean, they had two tough games that they lost. I mean, they lost to Houston last week. Had a tough game against the Vikings where they were right there. So I think with Andrew Luck being a young quarterback, I mean, he won last week. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars on that one.
I am going to pick who they playing. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I like that, boy. You trying to spread out.
Yeah, man.
You trying to spread out.
Yeah,
then you just making the gap worse for you.
We'll see.
All right, we got the. This is gonna be a tough one. We got the Jets at the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. The Jets play good in Miami.
They do. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm picking the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jets. Even though Reggie ran wild.
Yeah.
But when is he gonna do that 2 straight weeks?
He did it a couple times last year.
I don't know about that. All right, 49ers at the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Niners. I just can't go against them right now.
Yeah, I'm going with the Niners too. And Randy Moss has a career game against his former team. Yeah, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna try to kill him.
At least I hope so.
Yeah, right.
But okay, you got the Chiefs at the Saints.
I'm gonna pick the Saints one more time. One more time. I gotta ride with them.
Of course. All right, we got the Bengals at the Redskins. I'm going with RG3. You know me.
I'm going with
tough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. And another close one. And another close one. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
All right, and we have the Eagles at the Cardinals. Battle of 2-0 teams. I'm going with the Eagles on this one.
You know what? That's the upset special.
You going with the Cardinals?
I'm going with the Cardinals.
You know what? And if people watch the video, he was almost about to go with the Cardinals last week against the Patriots.
Yeah.
You should have went with that.
That
would have been good.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Even though Calvin Cobb can't throw 5 yards, I think he just picks them apart in so many other ways. And Fitzgerald goes off on the Eagles.
So you hope so.
I'm gonna start him. I'm gonna go ahead. I benched him, but I'm gonna go ahead and start him.
All right.
So I'm going with the Cardinals.
All right. So this is another good game. We got the Falcons. Another battle of 2-0 teams. The Falcons and the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers on this one because obviously for my own personal reasons, I want the Falcons to lose. Now, I mean, I want Julio to go off.
Yeah.
But I just,
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Falcons to complete the NFC sweep. I mean, the NFC South sweep.
Okay.
All NFC South teams are gonna win this weekend.
Cool. Yeah, you want them. I see you. All right, we got the Steelers at the Raiders.
The Steelers in a landslide.
Right, I agree with that one.
Steelers in a landslide.
All right, Texans at Broncos.
Peyton Manning redeems himself. Eric Decker goes off and has a great game. Cross my Broncos.
I'm going with the Texans because the Texans defense.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah.
But I mean, that Texans defense is pretty good.
Yeah, and then you got Foster and Tate went off last week.
Yeah, ground control.
Yeah,
major time to ground control.
Right, and that's pretty much what Atlanta did last Monday night.
Yeah,
they control the ball with Michael Burner Turner. Now Michael Burner drinking Turner. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans on that.
You said Michael Brewski Turner.
Yeah. All right, and this is gonna be the best game of the week. The Patriots at the Ravens. The AFC Championship rematch.
AFC Championship rematch. I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens too.
I think that see, there's one thing you gotta understand. There's two teams that you do not want to go play against after a loss, and one of them is the Ravens. The other one is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
You don't want to see the. I used to be able to say that about the Patriots, but them boys ain't got vanilla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those are two teams you do not want to face, especially like I said, Ravens coming off that last second loss to Philly. They're gonna come out there and knock somebody. I think somebody gonna get carted off. That game might have a card off. Somebody gonna get hurt in that game, and and you look at how the Ravens defense is playing, even without Terrell Suggs. You can just imagine how they gonna be if he gets coming back.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back, but they gonna be mad.
Yeah. Especially the way that season ended last year. Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
Right. They could have won the game twice.
Yeah.
Well, they could have tied it and they could have won it. But anyway, right. And the last but not least, we got the Packers at the Seahawks.
Oh man.
I'm going with I'm gonna ride with the Seahawks in this game. They're at home.
Yeah.
And when you get you seen what happened to the Saints in the playoff game 2 years ago. I mean.
But you know what though? There was this guy, my mentor when I used to work for Swift. He told me, he said, there's something about playing in Seattle for some teams, especially a lot of East Coast teams.
Right.
They can't play in Seattle because of the time zone, and then you may go through all 4 seasons of the weather in one game. You know what I'm saying? You might catch rain, hail, sleet, snow, all in one game. So I understand why you pick Seattle. I'm going to go ahead and ride with Green Bay. This one. I'm going to go ahead and ride with Green Bay.
Yeah. See, I understand why you go with Green Bay. To be honest with you, I mean they score, but like I said, like we talked about in our first show, Seattle, they sneaky good. Like I said,
definitely a dog horse.
You're right, and like I said, I can see with Russell Wilson being a young quarterback, it's kind of it's going to be a big moment for him, but. And if Clay Matthews does good, then I can see Green Bay. Pulling it out. But if that crowd gets loud and Green Bay gets down early, just like with Cowboys, I mean, if that happens, it's gonna be curtains for Green Bay. That's what I'm saying. So, but all right, so that's our picks, and we're gonna finish up the show with our top 5 series. We're gonna do running backs.
Running backs.
And who your top 5 running backs?
Top 5 running backs. Adrian Peterson, number 1. Number 2 is it is. There's a lot of good ones. You know what? Well, like I said, I'm doing it in no particular order. Adrian Peterson, Darren McFadden, Run DMC. I mean, this dude is a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? 6'2", 260 pounds or something like that. This dude can run, catch, and throw. You know what I'm saying? So
if he stays healthy.
Matt Forte. What else can I say? Tulane grad, Matt Forte. Let me see. Number four. Man, there's so many of them. Number 4. Oh Jesus. LaShawn McCoy and Shady McCoy. And you know what? I'm gonna surprise a couple people. Even though this guy held out, I'm still gonna throw him up there. Maurice Jones-Drew. No, excuse me, not Maurice Jones-Drew. You know what? I take that back. No, Ray Rice. Ray Rice.
You know what? And I did my top 5, and I didn't even think about Ray Rice. I knew you was gonna bring some people. I got, in no particular order, I got Aaron Foster.
Okay.
Aaron Foster.
Yeah.
Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson, Jones-Drew, and Forte.
I thought that's 5.
Yeah.
How many did I name?
I don't know. If you want to throw somebody else out there.
No, man. Aaron Foster, he's a great back if he stays healthy. But that's with all running backs. So but neither of them, you can't go wrong with either one, right?
Not at
I mean, the reason why a lot of people over this side don't really know about Run DMC is because he's on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So, but Run DMC, he's a good running back.
He's pretty good. Like I said, with being healthy, when he showed his first year being healthy, which was 2 years ago, he did good. He did good. Like he was hurt last year. He was hurt his first couple of years.
But before he got hurt though last year, the dude,
he did his thing.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah. He did his thing.
Yeah.
Maybe been in line because Michael Bush did good too.
Maybe.
You know, but that's our show for the day.
Yeah, man.
You know, just like I said, comment. We on YouTube, Facebook. You know, we'll post a video tonight. You know, just try to comment and try to see how we doing. We both new to this, so
absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, just try to make it the best show. Try to make it as entertaining as possible.
Exactly. And like I said, man, you know, you can leave comments and stuff like that. Look, man, positivity, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, we can take constructive criticism. Let us know what we should be talking about. We should focus on other stuff pertaining to NFL football, stuff like this. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Your feedback is always welcome. Right. Always welcome. And like I said, we're gonna be hitting you with shows in complete season. And just wait till the playoffs hit. It's gonna get wild.
Yeah, playoffs are gonna be real.
It's gonna be bananas.
You know, we got a long time for it.
Yeah.
But playoffs are gonna be real fun. And like I said, just make sure y'all look out for the show. We're gonna post it on. I'm gonna try to post them every day, so these people that's on Facebook can look at it when they show up, you know, and stuff like that. But like I said, y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week.